Hey guys, JTISREBORN here. I'm literally in my theater parking lot right now, about to go walk in and see Power Rangers. I've been looking forward to this one. Trailers, some of it I've liked, some of it I haven't liked. I don't like the music that they were using. I've been a Power Rangers fan pretty much my whole life. I know some people, it's not for everybody. I understand that, cheesy monster battles, which I love, as you know, by my channel. So I'm about to go walk in and see this movie. All I gotta say is, if they don't have the fucking classic Power Rangers theme, the Goko Power Rangers theme in this movie, it's an automatic fail, no matter how good the rest of it is. So, I'll be back afterwards to give my thoughts. So, time to head into the theater. Alright, as you can see, it's kind of night out. It's like 9:30. I'm just getting out of seeing Power Rangers. And, yeah, so overall, I liked it. I got my issues and the things I would have changed, but overall I'd say it's a good time. If you're a fan, you'll enjoy it. I'm sure there's a lot of fun, like Easter eggs in that. There's some cameos from past Rangers, I'm not going to say who, which pretty great. They did play the theme song in the movie. I would have liked more of that, but yeah. So let's go non-spoilers first, and then we'll go into spoilers. So let's see, the lights right there. So first things first, I gotta record this on my phone. The plot of this movie, basically, Zordon was a ranger, Rita was a ranger, bad shit happened, and then things go crazy. Rita's trapped, or dead, I guess. Zordon becomes part of the command center or whatever, and just goes on from there. So, the actors were all pretty good. The best being the guy who plays Billy by far. Like, he was the standout. The other ones did fine too. They're definitely not the goody goods that we remember from the original Mighty Morphin series. They're definitely got some more nit and grit to them. They're not exactly all saints. They do some bad things here and there. They're all kind of screw ups. So that was a nice change. I mean, I love the good wholeheartedness of the original team, but this was definitely a nice change of pace. But yeah, what else was there? Okay, Bryan Cranston, good as Zordon. Good choice in my eyes. Like, you actually do see him. I guess I'll get into spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, go check out the movie. I'm going to spoil it, just talk whatever. But overall, I liked it. I would have liked some more Power Rangers music. And when they morphed, I would have liked them to have had actual, morphers. But that's just me. So, and the movie, if you're expecting an all-out, like, Rangers movie, you're going to be disappointed. It takes, like, at least 2/3 of the movie before they finally, like, get their suits on. It's really, like, the last half hour when they really become Power Rangers. This is an origin movie, but it does make me wish that they would have gotten to it sooner. But, it's building character and stuff, which, the pilot, it was like 5 minutes. Okay, we got our powers. We're ready to go. And then we'll get into the characters later. But this movie, they really took their time fleshing out every personality, and then got them to finally be Rangers in the last half hour. It becomes this cheesy type movie, per se. So, anyways, what I thought of the movie. Okay, so overall I liked it. What else is there to say? Okay, Elizabeth Banks is hamming it up to the 10th degree in this movie. Like, she's entertaining as hell, but, like, she is just hamming it up to, like, level 50. She is so over the top in this movie. It's not even funny, but, like, actually it is kind of funny. I was glad she went that, like, she's, like, in a different movie. You know what I mean? She seems like she would be in, she's not necessarily, like, miscast, but she's, like, everyone else is kind of grounded in that. She's, like, hamming it up. She feels like, okay, I'm in the TV show of Power Rangers. I'm going to go crazy now. That's Elizabeth Banks in this movie. It's pretty entertaining. But what other thing about this movie? Okay, if you like Krispy Kreme donuts, for some reason, is all over this movie. They're like, oh, the Krispy Kreme donuts. They mentioned it like 50 times. There's like, I don't know how much money Krispy Kreme paid, like, the makers of this movie, but they did their job right, because I want some Krispy Kreme donuts right now. But I don't know of any around here, so I'll probably just go to Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons or something. But yeah, Krispy Kreme donuts is all over this movie. Things I don't like about it, Goldar. Goldar sucked in my eyes. Like, it's a cool thing, but I'm like, God damn it. Goldar had this unique personality. He's like, Power Ranger! he talks in that, like, gravelly voice. Like, he had a personality. This thing is just a CGI gold thing. It's like, why? Like, Goldar had this great personality. You couldn't utilize that at all. And the Zords are cool and all, like, but they don't call out to them like in the original show. They're not like Mastodon, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, Saber-toothed Tiger, Tyrannosaurus, or Dragonzord, or Tigerzord. They don't do any of that in this movie. They just sort of, like, form, per se. And, yeah, that's kind of, like, the thing with the morphing, though, it's cool and all, but it's kind of disappointing that, like, they don't call out. That's one of my, like, nitpicks. But the thing I do like about it, though, is that, like, the morphing, it's they have to be, like, united as a team in order to morph, to access the morphing grid itself. They can't just sort of, like, they can't just, you know, just straight up morph, per se. They have to be a united team, which is a nice touch, but at the same time, I wish they had, like, morphers and just kind of just called in the air, but it was about building them as a team and stuff, so whatever. The action is pretty good when it gets down to it. The highlight is the last half hour when they play the Power Rangers theme. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, the Goko. When they're playing it, everyone in the theater was clapping like, yeah, Goko, Power Rangers, and that started going like, yes, let's do this. And then they play it for a minute, and then they cut it off. I'm like, what the hell? They should have went straight with they should have had that playing during the entire fight, or at least when the Megazord comes up, you could play the Zord classic theme. I know it's just, you know, it's me being a fan and wanting all this stuff, but I'm like, you know what? Just have you have the movie, you have the music. Ron Wasserman's music is amazing in the original Power Rangers, and you're not utilizing it enough. I really, really wish that they had used it more. At least when the Zord, when the Megazord finally, like, forms and all, I would have loved the do 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 do, you know, the Zord music that they play, and they're like, Power Sword, yeah. But I understand, different take, and whatever. Zordon was a ranger in this movie, which was pretty interesting. Like, the beginning of the movie, like, Rita was the Green Ranger, and then she doesn't somehow transform into that. She kind of, like, tweaks her powers and stuff. And they're after, like, the Zeo Crystal, so there's definitely some, like, nods to, like, previous series and stuff. And I like the lore that they're tapping into with it, with the Zeo Crystal. And she's like, more are coming. So, like, oh, Lord Zed. Lord Zed has to be in the sequel. Or maybe Rita's in it, and then Lord Zed and her team up. They're for sure setting up Tommy Oliver, because there's a mid-credit scene in this movie where they're like, Tommy Oliver, new student. Tommy Oliver, where you at, bro? And then you just kind of just see, like, this green jacket, and it's like, oh, Tommy Oliver is going to be in the sequel, and everyone was clapping at that. The cameos, it's like, it's really like 30 seconds, but, like, everyone kind of clapped and, like, laughed at it because you know who they are. And do I want to give it away? Well, yeah, you'll see it when you see the movie, but I would have liked to seen, like, the whole cast. There's only really, like, 2 people in there, and, you know, think 2 that are together-ish, but not really. So what else is there to say? The Zords are cool. They don't like call them by, like, the Mastodon and all that. Like, you just know based on your knowledge of the previous show. But I really wish they would have, like, called them by their Zord names and that. What else is there? Bill Hader is great as Alpha 5. Like, that's a good casting there. He does say I, which is amazing. And the Rangers have their civilian powers in this one, which for me it's like, it's okay. I mean, I prefer, like, when they have to use the morphers to, like, fully access their power. It's weird because, like, when I was, like, at the store, I saw that they had the morphers and what they looked like, but they never utilized it in the movie. So, like, what's the point of selling the morphers and the power coins or whatever? And by the way, they're not necessarily, like, they look like power stones more than power coins, but that's just a nitpick of mine. The suits look good. I like the suits. Alpha 5's design, Zordon looks fine. Rita's just hamming it up like crazy. Kind of creepy, but, like, still entertainingly funny. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have much battery left on my phone. So overall, I'd say I like the movie. It's a good time. It's not, like, amazing, but, like, this is the origin story. So now that they got the world, like, established and created, they can move on to bigger and better things. So that's all I gotta say. So yeah, it's kind of late now. Ugh, I gotta get this edited and post it, and yeah, I normally do these on my couch, but I'm in the car already, easier to film. So I want to thank you all for watching. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of Power Rangers. Apparently they have a 6-story arc set up, and yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Okay.